So we're back again. We're tearing this down. So this is my spare tire setup. I had an XP3000 that kind of sat up about right here. We took it out just because we needed to take that out now. Like I mentioned on the previous video, we're gonna go to lithium. So we're getting rid of the secondary, eventually getting rid of the battery up front. This is my Wolfram C2400. So this is going away. I'm putting my spare tire back in here. Here's my ground from the body. I also have a ground coming from the front, which I might end up changing that out to power. I haven't decided that yet, or just leaving it ground and running another one out from the front to the back. I'm going to replace my zero gauge to 2-watt going on to my lithium bank. So where's my lithium bank going? Well, I guess we could put it here, but that's not what I'm going to do. So over here to my left is where it's going to go. If you look in here, and hopefully you can see, so it's a bank, 40 AH bank, but it's in this pattern because it's being connected or hooked up with the Jim's works, machine works. Oh my god, I always forget the name. Economy 2 bus bank link. And I'm gonna put another panel here. I actually have it back here. It's gonna go right about here. Actually, I have it backwards, so it's gonna go this orientation. And this should give me enough clearance here to possibly put my C2400 this way. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that. And I cut these same for this side where the Capri Sun is. This is going to come up here, the quarter panel there, the floor there, and it's going to have almost the same setup except with the holes and without these walls. So ultimately it'll look something like this right there over here. I ended up using some cardboard, some double corrugated cardboard to make the layout, the templates, and then I transferred those templates to a triple corrugated since it was a lot denser, not so easily flexible, and that came out great. Used cheap Harbor Freight jigsaw to cut this. I have some experience here cutting this board. It did its job. Love this little thing, and now it's got to go. It served its purpose. Mind you, these right here, this is for support so that it doesn't cave in. I had another board sitting in here paralleling, very very thin, maybe less than a 1/4 inch, so that it wasn't too much weight on this little crappy factory cover, whatever it is. Look, you can tell from the moisture it's already giving out. Maybe one day, if I still have the car, I'm gonna get rid of all this plastic and just put a false floor and do the whole thing. I hate this layout on these Accords. Alright, so I took the top board off. This fan was sitting on the top board. This whole spare tire setup is two pieces. This bottom board where I fixed the original temporary spare tire hold down, screw hold down. That way it's set flush. There's some additional woods that wood boards that I put on the bottom, or slates, that held it together. So when you screwed it down, it didn't budge as much. You can tell how bad of a jigsaw setup this was on my behalf. Over here. So here's a little board that I cut out. So I made this cut out first, and then I did another cut out on the bottom, and it worked out great actually. And I always throw in this gel, silica silicate packet. It's always good to have for any electronics that are, especially here in the spare tire. It absorbs all the moisture. It's beneficial to have sometimes, depending on what part of the country you're in. Here in the US of A, you get more moisture than others here. In California, it's not as bad, but why not? If you already have it and you're keeping them somewhere, use them. I suggest you use these. So I did a pretty good job. Here's my relay. Pretty good wiring job. I kind of feel sad that I tore this all up, but you know, it's time for something bigger and better. And it looks like I put some heat shrink on here. I didn't realize until I was tearing it down. I guess I do this every year and a half. I just want to, you want to change it up. And year and a half isn't bad. I enjoy all my setups, and from my P3 10 inches to my VXF to what I'm going to run some Wolfram AG10s and a 4th order bandpass box, which is going to take up a lot of this trunk space here. I'll show you. It's going to go from top to bottom rather. That's 15 inches to 24. You see right here, I cut this so that I can push it in. I kind of did a hack job on those. I had originally drilled some holes there. I put some grommets so that it looks factory later on. My other box sat on top of these humps. It was bad news, man, and it slid all over the place. So I don't like this Honda setup, but I'm working with what I get, with what I have, and what you have is the ability to customize. In some instances, with enough money, you can get a nice box. And in my case, I've been holding off buying one of those until now. Everything else, I've been saving money and doing it myself. This is my sub. It's 10 gauge, very nice wire. I don't think you really need more than 10 gauge to run your subs. Anyway, that's the teardown.